The male. Because it's nice. In nature, the males are nice and the women are. And in human beings, it's that way around.
Are we not part of nature?
The women are really nice and the males are just Okay, if you want to sit down, please.
I think I got some really good ones.
The last one? Yeah. Okay, great. So let's start.
Nice.
Okay, so I start everything in life with geology because that's the basic, I think the basic thing for everything. I know that most of you don't understand geology. I understand that most of you hate geology because of the course. I do understand that. But we'll start with geology as I call it for dummies, okay? Because I'm a dummy, okay? So I try to explain things the easiest way I can. And I want to talk about the Hermon mountain that's right above us. And the Hermon mountain for me is really a geological sponge. Explain please, what do you mean by a geological sponge, Shai? So it's very easy. Inside the Hermon we have a lot of caves. Why? It's called karst. Remember karst? When water touches limestone it becomes a very, very light kind of acid and it literally makes caves inside of the Hermon. Now, why did I call it a sponge? Because this is how a sponge looks like. If I'll take a microscope and look at a sponge, what you'll see is that you have a lot of, material. But inside the material, what would you see? Little holes, right? And when I pour water onto my sponge, the water disappears. Where does it disappear to? Into the little holes that are there. So here, this is the rain, the snow, the slush, the hail, whatever comes upon the Hermon mountain. And it goes down and then it hides where? In these caves, okay? So the Hermon mountain is literally the same thing as a sponge, okay? Now what happens if there's more and more water? It will continue sipping in down, but at some point, we have something called an aquiclude. What is an aquiclude?
It's a non-permeable
It's a material, okay, that doesn't let water penetrate it down. Okay, now I have a problem. If the water wants to sip in and go more and more to the bottom, what happens when I have an aquiclude?
It runs along.
It cannot go down. It has to go towards you. Now I have a problem. This is only a 2D dimensional picture. Okay, I need the third one. So you imagine now, the water is starting to come at you. So here, from the southern part of the Hermon, there's a spring, and it goes down to the south. Again, it should be this plane, horizontal towards you, okay? And this is where we are now exactly. Look below you. You see the water running from here? This is the biggest spring that comes from the Hermon in the state of Israel, called the Spring of Dan. Almost 250 million cubes of water throughout the year. Okay, and it gives half the percentage of the water to the Jordan River. So again, 250 million million cubes of water, and again it's half. So half a billion cubics of water runs through the Jordan. This is half of it, 250 a million. Okay, so that's how it works. So we are now right here. Okay. Funny enough, this is not the only place where the water from the Hermon runs out of the Hermon. Eastern from us, okay, there's another point where the water comes out, another stream, okay. This time it's going to be called Banyas. I'm putting a B, although there should be a P there, okay. This is Banyas, this is Dan, okay, so I'm putting a D for you guys. Okay, this is Dan. Okay, this is Banyas, should have been Panyas, we'll talk about it when we get there. And interesting enough, because it has a very non-Jewish name, they decided to give it another name. It's really, 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 really annoying. Because this is Banyas, Panyas sounds like Arabic, as you're saying. We didn't like that name, so Israel would give it an Israeli name. And funny enough, where does it come out from? The Hermon. So they will give it the other name, and that is Nachal Hermon. Nachal Hermon. So you have Nachal Dan, right in the center of the southern parts of the Hermon. You have the Banyas coming from the east. And funny enough, there's another place where water comes out of the Hermon. And it's from over here, meaning the western side of the Hermon. We are now on the southern tip. But from the western side of the Hermon, there's more springs coming out. Again, they all come from the same source. The water that comes on the Hermon, okay? And this stream follows in Lebanon, enters the land of Israel or the state of Israel today, and adds up into these two. His name is Nachal Snir. So I'm putting an S, Nachal Snir, or excuse me, but the Arabic name is Hatzbani. Hatzbani, because it comes from a town here called Chatzbaya. So Chatzbaya, the Chatzbani, and Snir, okay, the Hebrew name Snir. What is Snir?
It's a squirrel, isn't it?
Snir is another name of the Hermon. They're really trying to confuse us all, right? So the mountain has plural names, okay? Each stream here has plural names, and they're really trying to confuse us all, okay? So 3 streams you should remember, and I'm starting from the east, okay? Banias, again, has a Hebrew name, Hermon. Dan, that, funny enough, only has one Jewish name. I would ask you, what is the Arabic name of the stream of Dan? In just a second, we'll try and answer that. And on the west, as I said, starting from Lebanon, running through Lebanon, and then coming into Israel, and then joining up together, is Nachal Chatzbani, or the Snir. You can visit all 3 of them. In the Snir, you can walk in the water. It's really, really fun. That's where you take families to enjoy just walking in the water. Very cold, freezing, enjoying life, okay? In Dan, you'll see what we're going to see today. In Banias, we're going to see today, okay? We're not going to be in the Snir, okay? Because mainly what you do there is you walk with your sandals into the water. There's a path that can go through the water, and that's the fun of Nachal, Chatzbani, and Snir. Now, few questions. The first question is, why does Nachal Dan doesn't have another name? Or I would ask you the following. How did the Arabs in this area called this stream? Because they call this Banyas, they call this Chatzbani, you hear the Arabic pronunciation. How would they call this stream? And funny enough,
Dan.
you would have thought, right? You would have thought, Dan. So when you look at the PF maps, you remember PF? What is PF?
Palestinian
That's an
Exploration
exploration fund that was made in the 19th century. They did a huge map of the land of Israel in the 1870s. Okay, they wrote that map, 1878 roughly. And when you look at the stream here, it has a name. And the name is similar to another river that you've heard its name for sure in Lebanon. There's a very nice river in Lebanon called Nehar HaLitani. Litani. But the name of this stream is Lidani. Lidani. Okay, Lidani. And you can hear by the name that it's preserving what? The name of Dan. Lidani. Okay, you can hear the Dani, the Dan. Okay? So there is an Arabic name for this stream. What's the Arabic name? Lidani. Okay, and that's very, very good. Okay, preservation of name is a very, very good thing for us. As I said before, 50% of the Jordan River's water comes from the Dan River. Now look, when the Chatzbani, the Dan, and the Banas joins together, they form the mighty Jordan River. The mighty Jordan. When I say the mighty Jordan River, please tell your people who you are going to be guiding, it's not the Mississippi, it's not the Nile, it's not even the Thames in London. It's ours. It's more famous for sure. It's not about the quantities, it's about the qualities of the Jordan River and the stories of the Jordan River. But this is the mighty Jordan River, and I like it when people from Mississippi come to me and they say, where is the mighty Jordan River? I'm like, no, please. Or as an example, when I take them down to the Sea of Galilee and they're expecting to see a sea, and then they see this little puddle, okay? A lake, you know? If you come to the lakes in the District Lake in America, it's a lake. Ours is a little puddle, okay? But the Kinneret is the beginning of Christianity, the beginning of Zionism, the beginning of so many things. Okay? Tell me something good about a lake in the district lake of... Hello. Hello.
Wow.
You can't fight nature. You have to... So I don't know the English name for this bird. Yeah, it's very big. It looks like it's fed very nicely. And if it's not afraid of us, that means that people are feeding it. It knows humans.
What's the Hebrew name?
He's fat.
No, it's not fat.
No.
It's not fat.
No, he's fat.
It's fat. It's fat people.
Fat.
Fat? What do you mean? It's
People-
major fat.
People have been.
It's major
He
fat.
doesn't like that.
It's enjoying us talking about her. Okay, it's a him. Yeah, by the way, it's a him. So I'm continuing for just a second, if you don't mind. As I said, I'll try and divert myself from talking about nature. So Dan gives 50%. In Chazal, in the sages' time, meaning roughly Roman period, Byzantine period, they would say that the name Jordan, and in Hebrew it is called, of course, Yarden, that it's a joint of two words. Yarden means Yored Midan, comes down from Dan. Now look at my picture here. Is it clear that the Dan is the main source, the middle source? So the Jordan comes from where? This is the father of the Jordan. Okay, so where we are now is the origins, okay, of the Jordan River. Okay, right where we are now.
Right, this space.
Right, this, you see this water that's coming out?
This is the first place the water comes out of the ground.
Yes, you remember you saw it just before, it was rushing through next to us. This is where it comes from. Okay? So this is the main source of the Dan River, and this is where we are now. So again, in Hebrew, the word Jordan comes from, at least by the sages, comes down from Dan. Yored, Midan, and in your words, Yarden. Okay? Yarden, very nice in that option. Okay? So I'm just closing this journey. Hermon Mountain, the water comes out at least 3 different streams that you know of. We are now in the stream of Dan. There is the Banyas that comes from the east of us, and there is the Chatzvani that's coming from the west of us. Any other questions about this? This is the basic part.
So it's a perennial stream, a constant temperature throughout the year, right?
Yes, roughly yes. Okay? Now, one last thing. Funny enough, behind you, there's a tell, meaning throughout the ages, there used to be a city right over here, next to this spring. So just behind you, there's a hill, and we're going to be starting to climb up this hill. You'll feel it through your legs, okay? And interesting enough, that hill had a name. Somebody would want to guess what the name of the hill was? It would be really great if it was called Dan, right?
Yeah.
But it wasn't. The name of the hill was Tel is the hill, an archaeological hill, Tel El Kadi. Somebody knows what El Kadi is?
A Qadi is a judge.
Exactly. So it's the hill of the judge. What does the word Dan mean?
Judge.
Judge. Dan means to judge. Now that's interesting, right? Do you know of another place in Israel that its name was translated with meaning and stayed at the place with the meaning of the name, not the sound of the name, but the meaning of the name? Please show me at least 1 more or 2 more like this. I know of maybe 2 more. Okay, throughout the land of Israel. It's a very, very, not something that happens every day. Okay? Why am I telling you this? Because we are going to now go and visit this place that is called Dan, okay, ancient Dan. And my question to you will be, how do I know that I am in the right place? How do I know that this is the ancient city of Dan that's mentioned in the sources? How do I know that? And you have 4 things you should write to yourselves, okay, that will help you know that you're in the right place. The first thing that you should write is a historical, geographical reference. Meaning somebody in ancient times would tell you roughly where this place should be. Should I look it in the north? In the south? In the east? At the west? Where is it? On a mountain? Down at the valley? You need some kind of reference. A name isn't enough. Okay? Why? Because some names repeat themselves. As an example, Bethlehem, Chatzor, Beersheba. Did you know that there's Beersheba in the Galilee? There's Beersheba down in the south. There's Bethlehem in Judea, but there's Bethlehem in the Galilee. Okay? Caesarea, very good example as well. So there's quite a lot of names that I repeat. I need to know where I'm looking for. So again, a geographical, historical reference, DHR. Okay? Number 2, I have to find remnants, meaning archaeological findings from that period. Meaning if the reference tells me that there's a city here in the Roman period, what should I find?
Roman ruins.
Roman ruins. If I find Iron Age ruins, is that helpful? No.
Well,
No.
not in that
If
term.
my reference tells me that this city should be established in the Roman period, and I can't find any Roman remnants, it's not the right thing. So you need, archaeological findings. AF. Okay? 3, what can help me with understanding I'm in the right place? What can help me? Name preservation. Okay? And P, name preservation. And do we have name preservation here?
Yeah.
At least twice. In the stream name and in the hills name. Okay? In a funny way, but still we have both. And 4th, what can help me to know that I'm in the right place? It's a bingo. It's the most important one of them all. So we have reference, we have archaeological findings, we have name preservation. What else? Oh, an inscription, but important which kind of inscription? That tells you the name of the place. Okay, inscription with name. Meaning, it doesn't help me if there's an inscription here that Shai was here, right? It is important if there's an inscription saying Shai was here and this is Gezer, as an example, okay? An example around the city of Gezer, in Shvelat Yehuda, what do they find? They find, right, signs saying Gezer in Greek. So I know I'm in Gezer, okay? There's signs saying, welcome to Gezer, okay? So the last thing that can help me. Now a question. If I only have 3 and 2, is that good enough? If I only have 1 and 3? If I only have 1, 2, and 3? Okay. So it depends. Depends how strong everything you found. The more you have, the more certainty you can have that you're in the right place. And I'm already going to tell you that we have all 4. In Dan we have all 4. I know exactly where I am. Okay, I don't need anything else because I have all 4. And throughout our tour here, you will ask me, so wait, what did we find? What are the findings? What is the historical sources and references? What is the name that I already gave you, the preservation of name? And the last thing would be, which kind of inscription is good? Last thing, and I'm running to my next stop. What do you need for a city in ancient times? You remember the 4 in Hebrew, it's the 4 M's, I don't know. So yeah, we do road usually. What else?
Water,
Water,
Defense.
defense, and
trade.
food.
Economy, yeah.
Food or trade, it's all, no, road is for the trade, okay? But you need food, so you need lands usually, it comes with land.
Fields.
Fields, okay? So, road, I told you that we are on the Via Maris. Why does it have to come here? From here, what starts? The Jordan and the swamps, okay? You have to overtake this spring to not walk through the Jordan River, okay? So we have a road here, that's clear. Do they have water?
Yeah, a lot.
Okay, but this is inside the city or outside the city?
Outside.
Outside, okay, great. So how do they get to the water? So, oh, great. So usually you would have thought that what they have here is a huge water reservoir or a tunnel that digs deep inside. You've been in Megiddo. Have you seen what's going on there? In Tel Sheva, have you been seeing that
Sheva, yeah.
whole dig up into the ground?
Yes.
We haven't found any of these here. And the question is, why? So you could say it's easy to come to the water, but at the time of war, if this is outside, you'll be shot from the other side of the river. So what do you do then? So the question will be, okay, there is water, how do they get to the water? Okay, that's the question that I have. Defense, I'm going to show you the defense. And fields, you saw when we were driving through here that everything around us is being farmed. Okay, from then till today. So the 2 things I have to show is the defenses of the city of Dan, and again, what do they do with the water? The water issue is going to be our next stop. Let's walk a little bit more. Come.